Last fantasy thing, well, two more, but one's kind of a little quickie, like quick fire thing. Allen Robinson. So Matthew Berry this week had an interesting thought that I wanted to bring up, where he said after the Allen Robinson game that he had against the Rams, there were a lot of fantasy owners panicking about Allen Robinson, that what should they do with him? Should they look to move him? And he brought up the point of, if you are somebody that needs a wide receiver or needs a start him and forget him wide receiver, buy low right now on Allen Robinson, because people might be grading him low. 10 points against Carolina, 11 points against the Rams. After the Saints, he's got Tennessee, Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, Houston, and Minnesota. Every one of those teams, except for the Packers, gives up yards to wide receivers. Do you agree with Matthew Berry, Dave, that people should be buying low on Allen Robinson, and people with Allen Robinson should be weary about getting basically trade something that used to be said in the league?
If you're in a situation where you need a better running back or a kind of a big play wide receiver and you get an opportunity, feel free to make that deal and trade away Allen Robinson. But he's getting the targets. That's not the problem. He is out. He is doubtful this week with concussion still, so I don't expect him to play against the Saints team. Probably not going to be a big deal anyway, because I've heard the winds through the game are expected to be somewhere around 20 to 35 miles an hour. Yeah. So expect a whole lot of Cordero Patterson runs out in the fucking flat, and I'm going to bounce my head off a table all Sunday.
At least you got Alvin Kamara, right, Dave? That should be good for you.
As a Bears fan, it hurts me. But as a fantasy fan, Alvin Kamara is about to pull down about 25, 35 points on Sunday. So, I'll take the wins where I can. Yeah. Now, Allen Robinson, you mentioned it. He's facing a lot of teams that give up a lot of yardage. So I'm absolutely saying if you can get him for cheap, do it. Try to cash in, try to make a deal happen if you're looking for a wide receiver who's going to average about 8 targets a week and pull down a good chunk of that. Regardless of who the quarterback is in Chicago, he's still our best wide receiver. You should absolutely go for that kind of a deal.
Yeah, to me on the other side, I look at it and I go, I want to speak to the Allen Robinson owners of, don't, just because of what you've seen the last 2 games, don't give him up for nothing. Know the value that you have there. Because I'm going to be honest, I can say this because I know he doesn't watch our shows. In the MVP league, Dave, or is it the other league? I don't know what. It's the same guy in each league. I just don't know which league it is. I'm making a run in one of my leagues for Allen Robinson. The person who has it, I am going to kind of lowball them with it's a position that they need, but it's a guy that I have not started a single game this year that I'm hoping that they're just going to be like, well, hey, I could use that and go ahead and take him. So if you're an Allen Robinson owner, don't get fooled by people. Don't get a worse offer than what you have, because like Dave said, he's going to get the targets. Who else is Nick Foles going to throw to on that team? Maybe, Komet gets a touchdown in the red zone. Maybe.
Demetrius Harris gets equal snaps. I don't know what you're talking about.
Good point. Maybe Jimmy Graham's in there one play and he gets a touchdown, Dave. You never know.
Maybe we should pull all our tight ends off the field in the red zone, because who needs big targets, easy targets?
That's a
go to Bears rant right now.
I don't want to pick the bear, Dave. I'm not going to poke the bear. Not going to poke the bear.